My name is Paul Gaudio, and this is my 1962 Volkswagen Beetle. I purchased this car, I guess, in December of this year, and it was sort of a forlorn castaway, sitting in somebody's carport in Salem, and it needed a lot of love to be brought back to life. So it was, my winter project for this past winter, and I had to get it ready for our big spring rally. So that was my goal. I bought it in December of 24, so this is its maiden summer, and I've just been trying to get it sorted and dialed, and just the way I want it. The car was pretty crusty when I bought it. Like I said, it was sort of forgotten, I would say, and it was living in a carport. It had moss and mold growing over it, and a lot of surface rust everywhere on the entire car. I think it lived in Hawaii for a little while and also really wasn't used much, so the project really was just a resurrection to begin with. Pull it apart, clean it up, fix some of the minor rust and stuff like that, and then rebuild all the mechanicals more or less. And the fun part was just sort of making it the way I wanted it to be, as a little personal statement of my automotive enthusiasm. The process, other than pure cosmetics, really were mechanicals, and my desire was to make it work more like a sports car and less like a Beetle. That's maybe a little easier said than done, but I did a little research and found that Dan Gurney, who is a much more famous racer than I am, used to race these things. And there was a formula that he had worked with MP on, and they had all these specific modifications you could make to the car: disc brakes, sway bars, adjustable beam, Bilstein shocks, camber compensator in the rear, just to make it work, make it handle, steer, stop, the things that are important when you're out on a country road going a little faster than you should. The cosmetics were, the fun part, but the other part of driving the car is the seats. And of course, if you've ever been in a Volkswagen Beetle, the seats are not much to write home about. So the first thing I did was threw a set of Shieldman 101s in there, and they're brilliant. They allow you to drive the car the way I wanted to drive it. They allow me to drive it as long as I want to drive it and as hard as I want to drive it. So that's a key, I would say, modification to the car. So our maiden voyage was what we call the Eastern Oregon 800, which is sort of self-explanatory. It's 800 miles across Eastern Oregon. Definitely some of the best roads in Oregon, probably some of the best roads in America. Empty, no traffic, just pure bliss if you're into this sort of thing. And so we headed out through Shanneco and Fossil and out to Long Creek, and ended up in Baker for the night, and then spin it around and run back the other way. We went through Anthony Lakes, highest pay road in Oregon, back down through Ukiah and out through Condon, Heppner, over Mount Hood and home. So it's it's 400 miles a day of a lot of pretty aggressive driving, and it was comfortable and in command the entire time.